chat with me. No, I'm not focused on like the speakers. All right. So yeah, that was another great performance by Isaac Lugo. Again, a very beautiful song. You don't hear a lot of those around here, and it did match like the interviewer, the person that I was interviewing. So, all right, awesome. So now we're gonna go move on to another longtime friend of mine, a friend of mine all the way from high school. He's a good friend of mine. We played a lot of Smash Bros together. I'd love to introduce twitch.tv/NeffJeff95. Yeah. Claps in the chat. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. Nope. Oh wait, hold up. Nope. Oh. There you go. Good job. Good job. Good job.
All right.
Appreciate you.
So yeah, I was nervous throughout the other shows because I was like, I don't know if I could talk for that long, but I'll do my best here. Tell me how like I sound, like if the mic quality is okay and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, you're good. I think we kind of adjusted it earlier. Isaac will come back to kind of work on that sound late in a bit. But anyways, what we could do now in the meantime is if you could introduce yourself to the chat. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Serna. I am right now. A few years ago, I would consider myself just a comic book artist, but now I'm dipping into other toes. So you could call me just like a freelance art, like variety artist right now. I do my paintings, I do my comic book art, and I've done murals. I'm also a content creator. I'm also dipping my toes in that. I've got into video editing, and I've been posting a lot more on my channel as of recent.
And that's good. I'm loving that. I'm loving the content that you're posting out. So what I first want to kind of ask you about was more of about like your art. So sorry about that. You started off, you graduated from here at CSUN as well, right?
That's right. I graduated focused in animation and art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then what did you do right out of college?
Man, I did what anyone would, and I would see what job listings there were for like any studios out here. So I took the portfolio that our final for our senior class was to create a portfolio, a website portfolio. So a lot of the storyboards that I made in college is in that website that I have. I don't like promoting it because I don't think it's the greatest. I feel like I could do a lot better. But I have a website that I would send to studios. So that's what I did at first. They didn't like, I would get back like saying like, we're not moving forward with you. And I knew that was going to happen. So like a lot of it was just like, well, I'm going to get rejected 999 times until I find that one that somewhat likes my art. Yeah. Or likes what I do. So that's essentially the mindset that I went in. Like, I know I'm going to get rejected, and that's going to lessen the blow.
And that's the tough thing. Actually, that's a really tough thing when it comes to artists. I guess we both fall in the same route. We're going to be constantly rejected, whether we're going into TV, to art, to film. There's going to be a lot of rejections happening around. And how have you dealt with rejection? Like, what are some things that you do to kind of handle that?
Maybe you find your strengths. Maybe animation wasn't my strength because I think one of the things that was lacking in my portfolio was that these weren't animatics. Like, I didn't really make them into like dot movie files. They were just like stills, you know. They're kind of like, and like to show motion I would put like a red arrow. That's what my professor told me, so like fuck him. But like that's good enough. But I like, even I don't know, like maybe I should have been like the one to go up and beyond. But I back then I was someone like, do what you're told. Like, I didn't really think for myself when I was going to school.
And I feel like that's definitely changed now. What are some of the steps that you've taken to do that?
I saw, well, like outside of like the animation classes, like other things that I was doing at school was practicing comic book art and inking. So I put more passion towards, I put more of my attention in towards that. So after graduating, on my sketchbooks, or like I would buy like the Bristol boards that people like, what old school comic book artists would draw in. Like, I would try to find exactly what things were made before computers. So I would try to recreate as much as I can and practice that way.
And I think you're doing pretty good. You're somebody who's come primarily for just hand sketch, and now you're trying to learn like what is it called? like doing digital artwork?
Yeah, I was never really strong with digital. Like, one of my first Photoshop classes was in CSUN,
Mm-hmm.
and like I remember not understanding how to paint form, and that's basically like how to make it like realistic. Like if I want to make a forearm, I didn't know how to like. People are gonna say blending, like, but like I didn't know how to make an arm look realistic. One of the most hurtful like critiques that I had, like when we were reviewing thumbnails, was like the professor saw my stuff, and he was like, "If I showed this to my editor, I would be fired." And I was like, "Well, that
okay,
stings.
that fucking hurt.
Yeah, that stings." But
Yeah.
I think like you got to hear that.
Mhm.
Maybe like I don't know. It'll make you like see things differently, I guess.
Yeah. And it makes you stronger too in the end. Like you do want to like at least push forward to kind of like create better art and create the next best art for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad. Well, I mean, it's not good that that happened to you, but I'm glad that you're learning from it and kind of like pushing
Well,
forward.
it was like we're in 2025. That was like 2017. So
Yeah.
like 7-8 years ago right now.
Hey, you're still doing better with it. And which I guess too, what you're doing now with your content, the doodling. I actually do want to hear some of that feature that you have on your channel.
Yeah. So a lot of people like to come in and say like, "Can you draw this?"
Mhm.
I'll be like, "Sure," but pricing like my drawings is weird. I don't like art should be made just to be made.
Mhm.
I think, and if people want to see something made, I should be able to make that for them.
Yeah, of
But I
course.
should also be like compensated, I guess, like by like your loyalty, I guess.
Mhm.
Like that's like a weird way to put it, I guess. But like you're like the time you put like supporting me, like the view time, should like equate to something. So to not get like an influx of like so many doodles at once. That's
Yeah.
why I put like some sort of like viewer like limit or point limit.
Mhm.
But I know a lot of people have more ideas than I do. Like I could probably make a meme idea. Who knows if it will land or not? But like I want to hear what other people want to say. The cat ones, like I never would have drawn Marvel cats.
Oh no,
Yeah.
those are actually really good.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, but like I ended up like even my friend would be like, "You're starting to become like a furry artist." And I was just like, "You're dipping your toes there," and I was just like, "Well, shit." When I saw the cloak and dagger cat one, I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I guess I guess it runs in the family because my sister likes to draw animals
Mhm.
and like anthropomorphic animals too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I have that like, somewhere.
And do you guys ever collaborate like every now and then or no?
Dude, the last time when she was like little. Right now, she hasn't really asked for me for like any critiques or anything. But I think she's doing well on her own,
Mhm.
to
Oh.
be honest. And I think she should seek other like outside of me,
Mhm.
because I do think like she could be potentially be a better artist because she's putting a lot more time than I have.
Mhm.
Especially at her age. When I was her age, I was like split between like gaming, like taking that seriously and like going to tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, well, I put this in like a recent interview article that's gonna be released soon. But like art for me was a homework.
Yeah.
It was strictly homework. It was never something for me to be like practice on my own.
Yeah.
And that was like probably one of the most crucial mistakes I could make
Mhm.
back then. So like I would only practice for like assignments or like class assignments or homework,
Yeah.
and that's how I would like practice it back then.
Yeah.
Until like I had to make sure that I would have to take the time to practice, to take what I learned from those assignments and like
Mhm.
outside of class.
And I think you're definitely doing that now, especially with the doodle requests and
Mhm.
all like the personal projects that you've been doing. I'm glad that you brought up gaming too, because now I actually do want to kind of, what is it called? Sidestep into talking about the game of your choice, Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Greatest game of all? No, it's probably not. There's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of like glitches. There's a lot of like things that are not right with it. But I don't know. The imperfections really make it shine. It was
Mhm.
such a rushed game where like things just kind of worked out, and like a lot of mistakes that they weren't accounting for just tend to. It's a beautiful mess, is what like a lot of people describe it as, and I think I kind of like agree with that. I mean, to get to like how I got into it, because like
Mhm.
we would rent the N64 one, like when rentals was still a thing, we would rent the N64 one, and I was obsessed with like Mario at the time.
Yeah.
Just seeing Mario and Luigi clash fireballs, I don't know, it was cinema to me as a 5-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was like May of 2003.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to turn 8 that month, and my dad told me like you could choose one game to have early for your birthday, and it was a Wario World or Smash Brothers Melee.
Mm-hmm.
I chose Melee, so I got
Good
to play
choice.
that. Yeah, and never went back, I guess. And when people didn't want to play, like if I didn't have enough controllers or anyone to play with, I would just play by myself and make stories, like, you know, storylines about who's the heroes, who's the villains,
Mm-hmm.
recreate Dragon Ball Z, like arcs, like.
You would really do that? That's cool.
Hyrule Temple was Planet Namek. Frieza was Mewtwo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I didn't know you
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah. Mario was Goku, I guess.
So would you say like back, or I guess probably still now too, like is Mario your favorite character when it comes to Smash?
Yeah, he's always been my favorite, like since like 64.
Mm-hmm.
I've dipped into other characters. Fox really became like my favorite now.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf is sick, but like all these characters are cool. Like for me, the series kind of fell off after Project M.
Yeah.
But I still like appreciate that this is video games, the video game, and we're just celebrating video games as a whole.
Oh no, exactly. Yeah, definitely. And since now, I would love to talk about like your journey, because you mentioned that like during your time with school, you were also going to tournaments.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, our first tournament together was Panorama City, I believe.
Panorama. Oh snap!
Pomona.
That was actually Okay.
And we met one
it was
of the,
it was before Smash 4 came out, right?
Yes.
We went to that one first, and then we wanted to play the demo.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then we saw, I think it was Mewtwo King.
We actually saw Mewtwo King,
Yeah.
and I played with Kira Flex. If you don't know who that guy is, look him up. He's a good rager.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a like. I didn't, but he was such a nice guy when I played him. I did not get the sense that he would ever throw a controller or like crash out as he does in like a lot of clips
Yeah.
or compilations that he's in.
It's probably just the game that gets him, really.
Yeah, like, but we were playing friendlies, and
Uh-huh.
so like, we were playing a game that he wasn't even playing. Like,
Mhm.
he doesn't even play, which was Melee.
Yeah.
He was like fucking around, like messing around with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead.
And how was your like tournament experience from then on, from that one and up until like I guess the last one that you participated in?
Man, okay, so like our first times going was in 2014. Like it's been 11 years. It's about to be 11 years, but it's been like a 10-year anniversary now.
Yeah.
But I guess it was like a culture shock, because I think everyone likes to believe that they're the best kid in the world. Like after beating the neighbor kids, like because you became the best kid in the block.
Mm-hmm.
So now you wanted to test that against the world, right?
Yeah.
And you think you're number one. And after like fighting the real best player, which was Mewtwo King, and like Project M, or I forgot who, like what we signed up for both, but
Yeah.
like there's so much to learn about it, and going about the learning process was like to lose a lot, to experience more about it, like experience more situations that this game puts you in, and like the quick decision making that you have to do on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much like improv, jazz type of thing.
Yeah.
But and then that's like at the start, so like I thought I was cocky, but like outside of like our first local was in Versus. Shout out to Versus. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a versus.
Shout out to Versus Comics, but they didn't know how to like run it. But they did the best that they can.
Of course.
I actually took that one, the one with like me and Fish at the end.
Yeah, I remember that.
But he went Game and Watch, and I was like sticking with Marth.
Uh-huh.
I guess like I don't know. He never like wanted the attention like that. Like
Mhm.
I guess he just wanted to play at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
From what when I was thinking about like reflecting on it.
Yeah.
But then I remember like they had me record like as the winner, like, hey, I just won this tournament. We're gonna have another one next month, and if you think you can beat me, I'd like to see and try it. I remember like making that recording, and then that's when the real local came in, like the real people who played like Smash Brothers came in, and then like showed us what was up. Like I remember playing what was it, Project M?
Yeah.
There was this like one kid like cool hair. I guess he was like a Red Falco. Kicked my ass completely, and I was like, what? Like no.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that culture shock. But we've been going to like tournaments, like monthlies, whatever, like major monthlies that there were, like in Pasadena, Pomona, like wherever like Super Smash Sundays was held at. I remember going to that one. Some people would go, like we made a lot of friends, and like here in Schooner's bar, like I forgot where
the one in Lancaster.
No, not in Lancaster, but here in like Friday night turnips.
Yeah. No, I think it's
It was like a.
I can't remember the town, but it's close by here. I passed by that location several times, and I'm like, yeah, I used to go to tournaments there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still open, but like shout out to that place too.
Oh, it's closed. Unfortunately.
But like years on, but I think like the last time I remember going to like grand finals was in bases with it was you and me like actually in grand finals. You made the losers run.
Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't remember that tournament.
Yeah, but it was us to the top two, and I was like, this feels right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm finally fighting my rival again.
Yeah, it was fun,
Yeah.
dude. I love playing you. Like I love playing you all the time, and it's so funny because we always end up on like it's never planned, but sometimes it just kind of just happens out of like a miracle. Like we always end up playing like Smash on your birthday.
Yeah.
We've done that like what the past 3-4 years.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I remember, dude, it was like 2018 maybe. I was like, well, I'm 23 now and I'm playing Melee.
Yeah.
And then like, I think it was last year and I was like, well, I'm 29 now and I'm playing Melee with you. I was going to think about putting that footage up for the background, but I was like, I might as well just show off like what the game was instead of like what the tournament, like, because this is what like you get when you play Melee first times, you know? This is what made you fall in love with the game, the content inside of it. It wasn't just like a competitive game. It was an actual fucking game.
Yeah.
Like with actual characters you can like unlock and like a lot of secrets to discover. I shit my pants the first time I ran into Giga Bowser. I knew he existed because of Ep.1, but holy shit, when I killed him and like knocked down, and then he does a little taunt like after adventure mode.
Yeah.
He comes back up and you're just like like that was the first time like I felt like things like came down, and then he turns into Giga Bowser. So like seeing that is like, I don't know, you don't get that a lot in modern competitive games. I don't want to say fighting games because like there's like that debate. It's like saying if a hot dog is a burger or a sandwich. It doesn't matter.
Not real. Now I guess we're in the topic of fighting games. So could hit you with like the big topic.
Can I just end with like the last tournament I went to?
Yeah, of course.
But several.
Oh, sorry, I was just checking time. But
several years later, like 2017, I think I started falling off. You started like. I noticed that you were starting to get progressively better because I think you were putting more hours in it. I didn't know why. Like at the time, I didn't understand why, but now I get it. It's because you played more and went to more tournaments than I did. I only played like more friendlies, and then like I think I was still trying to do my same strategies of like approach Nair, or like I forgot what it was, but like I remember J Wolf was the one who was like, dude, you keep doing this, like I'm not like I know how you're gonna play. Yeah. But speaking of J Wolf, like he's the last person I went to a tournament with after graduating, like and then having like a lot more time, no more school and stuff like that. This is also when I started smoking weed a lot more. And I was like, oh dude, I'm actually a god at this game. Like I don't know, the false like Jordan special stuff. But
fucking sick at this.
I started talking to J Wolf again because I was like, I think I want to start competing again. I think I want to start like taking this more seriously. And he's like, all right, bet. So we drive to Verdugo in like early 2019. Like Verdugo is in Burbank. Like you could see it off like the AMC theater.
Yeah.
That exit. And then I think I go like my normal like 2-2. Like I win 2 matches and winners, lost 2 times. And then after that, like all I did was like work on my characters. I had like my markers and my boards. So I just like I didn't play more Melee. I just went to draw like at the pub, like because that where Verdugo was held at, it was like at a brewery.
Oh,
like
I think I've actually gone to that brewery with you before, and I even went once on my own too when I first moved out here. Yeah.
Sick place, right?
It is, yeah.
I don't know what it was about that tournament, but I think like that made me think like I couldn't do this anymore. I can't like, maybe I wasn't made to be like a competitive like Smash Brothers player. It is what it is, but like once you accept it, like it's fine.
Funny enough, that actually happened the same for me too. The last tournament that I did was actually at that area, and I was thinking the same thing. Like, no, I don't think I want to do this game anymore. There's probably like a lot of other games I could put my time on too.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed our time. I enjoyed that time with playing Melee a lot, and I enjoyed our time playing a lot Melee.
I think it's a lot better when you have a homie.
Yeah,
So-
no, exactly. That's why I started losing interest too, because when you weren't playing a lot, I was like, I don't want to play anymore. Like it's hard to do the game by yourself, and I think that's hard to play, like do any type of game yourself, which is why I appreciate that when we're all like playing the games, it's usually like group games or like kind of
team-based games.
Team-based games, yes. And
we
they make it a lot
would
more
yell
fun.
at each other at Overcooked. I swear. Like if we ever played that together,
I would love to play Overcooked because I actually like that game a lot.
But yeah, that's over.
That's
Go
good.
ahead.
Well, okay. Phone drop. Before I hit you with the hard hitting question, I actually did want to like kind of talk more about like your fighting game like history now, and I want to see if like have Melee has influenced you or kind of helped you kind of like with game strategies or anything like that.
Mostly like baiting and like spacing. There's a lot of movement in Melee that you don't see in a lot of fighting games, because like fighting games is like a condensed box. But that's closed, right? And
Yeah.
then Melee is just like, that's the box is like opened up, you know, and you're just trying. It's like one big sumo match.
Oh yeah. Oh.
What's up, Pedro?
Oh. Sorry, my neighbor just joined in.
What's good?
But yeah, continue.
No, but outside of that, like, there's no real like way to like say that like they're the same thing. I guess it's hard to find. Like there are similarities. There's like punching and hitting, but like there's like it's almost like everything that's like transferred over. You're waiting for them to like waiting for the right opportunity to strike. I guess.
Yeah.
You're like conditioning them to like think this move, and you're like, aha, I got you in my trap.
And then can you let us know like what games you do play?
I play a lot of like arcade fighters. So like Street Fighter is like the big one. Is the most mainstream one, and also right now like. Since other companies are like getting better and better, it's mostly 2D fighters. I don't really dip my feet into 3D. They're more like party games to me. So like Tekken, something like that. I like mashing buttons on. Yeah. So I just like the characters too. In Tekken, Virtual Fighter is gonna be pretty cool. But it was like those type of games. Like it was something like me and my brother would just like have fun with. On a demo, like if it was on an Xbox 360 arcade, like there was a demo for it, we would play like. Put a lot of time with just 2 characters. But yeah, those are like my 2 main games, I guess, like Street Fighter, and then well, right now there's going to be a new one called Fatal Fury.
And then what are your opinions on like the new fighting game that's coming out from Riot?
Oh, that's fun. We're in a golden age of fighting games, because like for the longest time when Street Fighter came back with 4 in like when like that became like a boom again. It had bad online, so like a lot of people had to play in locals. Yeah. So you couldn't really like run a lot of fighting games. A lot of fighting games at that time just ran bad, like almost unplayable sometimes. Like they wouldn't like register whatever you did, and fighting games are so precise that you kind of need that.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now, everyone kind of understands like. The netcode needs to be better in order for you to get better and like have a better experience with fighting games. They're also getting really easy, like that one Riot fighting game that's like they're simplifying the controls so that anyone could pick it up. There's also like easy mode combos. I don't want to like. I guess I'm gonna call it that, just because if I say pulse combos, nobody's gonna know what that is. But it's basically like easy mode combos. So like if you're experienced and you want to partner, that's the cool thing too. Like that's a game that like it's a tag fighter. It's 2v2 that lets you partner with a friend. You know? So it's almost like doubles mode, like right here. Except that you can't like hurt each other.
Yeah, no. When you were talking about that like on stream, I wasn't understanding that. Like I thought it was just like 2 people, but it's actual doubles. Like
it's actual doubles, but you would have to tag into each other. So there's a lot of coordination. Like if you and your friend are in like Discord together and just like tag, or like. I need to come in and assist my friend with this combo. Like he's got a good hit. Let me add in some more damage. Yeah, it's that type of game. So like But if I'm someone like me who has the tism for like practicing combos, I don't know. Like there's something about like satisfying about like the pattern, like finding the pattern and like landing it. It's like solving a puzzle.
Yeah.
That's
That's exactly how I felt too. I remember there was one stream, actually one day that I went over to Goosey's place, and then he was trying to show me how to do a specific move. And when I finally got it, it was like the biggest pop off of my life because I was struggling so much. He knows, like we did it like over 100 times. I don't know whether it was on stream or not, but it was such a satisfying moment. And I feel like you probably get that a lot in your games too, no? Like
yeah. So like when I was barely getting new into it, there's like a thing I like to do is like the game has like trials or like things like combos, like, hey, try the combos. They're pretty hard, but like once you get them, they're pretty rewarding, and you can even use it online on like against people. So like a lot of times if it's doable for me, I kind of find it kind of rewarding to like having to like reset like for hours and hours. I wouldn't even know how much time I spent on it, but that one time I was like, I have a clip where like I finished like this one like complicated like trial mode combo, and I was just like, yes. Oro and Street Fighter 5. Yeah, that trial combo was like pretty sick. But like to go back to that ride fighting game, like there's someone like me who would look up videos and tutorials like, hey, this is the bread and butter. This is like pretty good damage. This is like to build me more meter. I was like, oh, okay, I'll practice these. Yeah. And they look complicated, but the more like I got the muscle memory down, it was pretty cool to like pull off. And then you have like a friend like who isn't really like doesn't want to practice a lot of it, but they have the option like, you know, hey, just follow this button sequence and you could pull off something cool, you know. The funny thing is like the one who practiced most of the combos didn't pull off the more of the clutches. So if if it was a 2v1 situation, my friend would be the one to carry me to the victory and take the round.
So you complement each other in that.
Yeah, like there's a lot of clips like with that example. So I always like say that it was like, hey, like just because I practice it doesn't mean I'm a lot better.
No, definitely. So I guess to close this off for like the fighting game thing, like what are some tips, recommendations for people who are just getting into like any type of fighting game?
See what looks cool. There's a lot of fighting games. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of indie studios getting into it. If you want to do something that mainstream, Street Fighter is always like, it's more complicated than I think, but like once you understand the timing of it, like it's kind of simple. Like they made it easier for a lot of people to like get into. They also have those easy mode control options, so like you can easily like a lot of people think the mainstream thinks like what makes you good is like a special, like if you can do a fireball motion, you're good. Like so, but like they made it like kind of Smash Bros-y where like just one button like is a special button. Will do the fireball. It will do the anti-air for you. So like there's your options. But also like fighting, like see what looks cool. See what like most popular clips, like Evo Moment number 37. That's what got me into like Third Strike. So like I wanted to do like the parries and stuff like that. I wanted to learn how to do the combos too. So,
and they're cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And then like once you finally sit down and choose one, learn something easy. So learn something like, and then fight someone around your skill level. The most fun you'll have in a fighting game is fighting someone around your skill level, because nothing is more demoralizing than like fighting someone who's way more experienced and just crushes you, and you'll be like, I don't understand what's happening. But if you're able to push through that, kudos, because that's what it takes to be a warrior. Like,
oh no, definitely.
I guess can I add this?
Yeah, of course.
A lot of the themes that I wanted to explore, if you guys don't know, I have a comic book. I only have one issue, and my friends keep saying, when's the second one? I keep pushing it off because I want to do other stuff, but eventually I plan on coming back to it. But like one of the big themes of that comic is going to be what it means to lose and to become like that warrior. Like how do you take those losses and learn from it, grow from it? How much does it take to get that one big win, you know, before you finally get it and it clicks? So a lot of one of the big themes is competition. I wanted to take like my experiences with Smash Brothers tournaments and Evo and like watching the spirit of competition, and I wanted to translate it into that comic book somehow. That and like brotherhood and brothership, like what's thicker than blood? Like the
Mhm.
bond, do the bonds we create, are they greater than family?
Yeah.
And so yeah. Uh,
I love that. I'm glad actually you're gonna be working on the comic again too.
Not this year,
Oh.
maybe. But like we'll see. We'll see what pans out. Like,
Yeah.
because like I would like to make some money off of art. So like I would like to make some commissions first.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already gotten a few. So I'll have to like start working on that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Awesome. Just wanted to check on time. We're good or done? Done? Okay, cool. We didn't get to our hard-hitting question, but that's okay. We'll probably save it for another time if I ever do this in the future. And honestly, I enjoyed like our conversations that we had already. Maybe that's a conversation we could have another time.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm
gonna ask him
sorry.
about AI.
I'm sorry that I rambled. I guess.
Oh no,
like,
no. That was on me. But also like again, I enjoyed the stories that you were going for, and I think it's a better answer than what I probably would have gotten with like the AI thing. Because I got to learn more about you anyways. Yeah, the question was, I was just going to ask him on his opinion on AI and like how it's affecting artists today. But again, we'll save it for another time because I would love to do this again in the future. So now we're going to go ahead and switch chairs and we're going to get to know, what are you doing? There you go. Let's switch over. We're getting ready. Isaac Lugo the third.
the third. All right. I hope
So-
I'm picking up pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So again, as everyone we're on the segment of 1, 2, 3. What are you working on? There you go.
Myself. No, I'm just playing. I mean, technically that. So like, I could have get the answer like, oh, I want to make my own art. Like my art. I could say like I want to explore my artistic identity. I'm already doing that. A better thing would be like being more involved with my community.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should be not just like, because I'm a very homebody. I don't really like to go out like historically.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would kind of reject, like very introverted, I guess, and maybe you could hear that in my voice or personality. But I'm very like cozy in my room. But I also know that I can't just be in there my entire life. So like I got to go out and meet people. So, and I've been trying to do that. Transplant has helped me with that.
I'm glad that you started going to that. That's so cool.
So they featured my art and I've been going to a lot more events and it's been working out. So like I got to meet new people. Will they stick around? Who knows? I guess the point is to meet new people, meet new friends.
Yeah.
Because as much as I like to keep like the handful that I have right now, it's good to have like to network.
Yeah,
to learn how to
definitely.
network with that. So like networking, building like being more involved with my community, maybe more with the city, and just essentially like try to open myself up, I guess, because I can't be closed.
Yeah.
And it's been working out. I got like for St. Patrick's Day when I went to transplants, I met like a few people. I got a commission. Dude paid me up front. He gave me $200 right there.
What?
Yeah, for a commission. So I got to get that done.
Okay.
I've been saving. Like I was gonna tell that story on my stream, but I just haven't gotten into that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but
can we know
surprise.
What the piece is?
Huh?
Can we know what the piece is?
Dude wants like a 18, like the big size of like the that I usually do.
Yeah.
Bro wants like a compass of like, you know how the compass has like north, south, east, and west. Like at first he described it like a clock.
Yeah.
But like he said, and then he kept saying compass, and like in my style. But he wants like a big compass. And he wants like for the 4 points to be characters. It could be my characters. It could be comic book characters. He mentioned Spawned a lot. Yeah. But like so maybe like Spawn on top. But he wants them morphing into each other as it goes around like
That's
a clock.
Cool. Oh my gosh.
So I gotta figure out how to make that done in the next month because it's already been 2 weeks and I'm like. I gotta get the drawings done. As my friend says, like, draw faster, more money. So that's what I'm working on.
That's good. All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. NeffJeff95 on Twitch.tv.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so now we're gonna have another performance by the Isaac Lugo. I'm gonna go ahead and set up everything, and we'll come back right in. And clap in the chat. Change the background, please. When is the next showing at Transplant?
Which one do you want, Isaac?
April 27th.
Can you say that in the in your
That
mic?
one, this one. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Here, I'll just cut it.
Do you want it slow?
Because it looks like it's going kind of fast.
No matter, baby. Hold on, man. Let me check this out, right? This fucking guy. That's what has to do this siggy wiggy. Alright, I didn't know that you were. Okay, okay. It's gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna smoke outside.
It's slower.
You are outside.
Yeah, I like it.
You are outside.
We'll go smoke outside proper.
Alright.
Oh, fuck, sorry. What? I have my fucking keys.
There you go.
Sorry, guys.
Fine. Ready spaghetti?
Yeah. I really do.
Oh, are we?
Oh yeah,
I just met Jeff yesterday, so I didn't really get to pick a song for him. So sorry about that.
Wait, the
This
last
is
song was the one before that was my song?
yeah, that was for you, baby.
Oh shit.
Cause I got feels for you, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Feelings.
What do you think of me?
Dope.
He thinks it's ready
I'm
for
sorry, I don't know where you're at, cause I'm getting shined in the face. But I assume you're somewhere over here. Yeah, man. Whenever Caesar's ready, I'll be ready.
Ready spaghetti?
Ready spaghetti? This is an original.
An original? Yeah.
My songs. It's called Pink Skies Interlude. Yeah. Clock about to strike 3. The witch hour, strange feelings. Laying in bed, all in my head, thinking, wow, this is real life. But it's someday today, or a new runaway. Another story to bury, friend disappearing, or are you there? You take me into the unknown. My reason for coming on, you and I. Pink sky to pink sky. Pink sky to pink sky. Will you stay? Make this vision real? Are you leaving? You're safe and just wanted misused. And I'm missing her. I know you've been used. Mistrust issues, girl. Got me feeling all type of ways. Wondering if it's love or the brain. Should be, could be the best you had. Surely, I want you. Yeah, it's an interlude. It's not very long.
Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest.
Me right there.
I want. That was.
What do you have there? Why do you have that downloaded?
Talk to the chat while I guess mix
Look.
this up.
Okay, so that. Hold on, give me a second. We gotta switch. We got a very professional setup right now. It's very complicated. So that was Pink Skies off my album Pink Skies. No, that was Pink Skies interlude off my album Pink Skies. As you can see, this is Pink Skies. That song was about like that that period when you're starting to go out with somebody and you're kind of trying to figure out if you guys are dating or not. And you know, I'm laying awake at night wondering like, are we dating? Like I sent this risky text like, are we dating? Like what's going on? and then I get a call at the end of the song, and you never really like I never actually say what happened, but um, I think my mom's calling me. Yeah, I think you have to listen to the full album to figure it out. But yeah, you have to listen to this album on Spotify. Yeah, my mom's real aggressive right now. She really wants y'all to know the album is on Spotify and wherever you listen to music. I'm Isaac Lugo. You can listen to this right now if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't because we're in the middle of a stream. Um, we worked very hard on this, and by we, mostly Caesar. But yeah, man, that was Pink Skies. The rest of us just showed up.